thank you, we bless you, we honor you for another opportunity to come together and just share. It is so great to see everyone, Lord God, and we just thank you that there's no hurt, harm, or danger that we have to report. So, Lord God, even though there's families that are experiencing trauma, Lord God, we pray that you would comfort their hearts, that you would be with their families, Lord God, and that you would continue to provide the resources so that we can yet be a light and a beacon of hope in this present world. And it's in Jesus' name that we pray. Thank God and amen.
Amen.
Okay. Okay, so we are here to check in with the StayLIT crew, you guys. I'm so glad that you all are here. I'm so glad that you guys have taken the time to check in with us, because it's so wonderful organizations doing some impactful work. And so as you all know, we usually start off with intros and everything. So what I want to do though, I want us to, because some of you all may not be familiar with each other. So what I want to do is, let's go around, introduce ourselves. Let's introduce our organization and the work that we do. But let's talk about how has the coronavirus impacted our lives, right? For you, it's been a challenge. For you, has it been any gains? For you, has it been any new adventures, any new hobbies since we've had to experience this pandemic? And I'll just say, for me, it's been a lot of gains for me, with everything kind of just stopping, and with this whole global pandemic taking off. I have been able to streamline my focus to the point where I've been smashing goals. So again, in spite of what, the bad news that I hear, of course, grieving, loss, losing family members and loved ones, it still is an opportunity where I was really able to step back and smash some goals. Organizational structure in order, in place, really been able to plan ahead and try to think of how, ways that we could still yet fold in this e-learning standard and still move forward and strong. So for me, it's been fantastic for the world to stop and slow down, for me to be able to get myself together, y'all. So
Yes.
that's why I included gains on there, because that was something that I'm currently experiencing, going through. So I'm looking forward to these next 30 days, being quarantined, so I can smash even some more goals. So for you all, with Ms. Rowe, for you, tell us who you are, your organization, and then kind of tell us how COVID-19 is impacted you. How has it impacted you?
Thank you, Dr. Collum. My name is Rochelle Landrum, and I am the founder of Purpose Reveal. Purpose Reveal is an arts organization that serves youth in impoverished communities mainly. Currently, we are housed over at the AFC Theater on 78th and Ashland in the 17th Ward. So let's start with the greatest challenge. The greatest challenge, y'all, of this crisis was just realizing that this was happening. I had to really, there were days in the beginning where I would just sit and go, what is happening? What just happened? I was at work last week. I was around about the city. I was working, and now I'm sitting here, and it just felt like the world stopped. Then I grabbed it together. And as I was saying earlier, just still praying for the families and everybody that has been affected through this crisis. I believe the world stopped for me, because I didn't know, in my body and my spirit, I did not know that I needed this so much. It has really, really helped me and slowed me down, and my body physically feels different. There was some sleep that I wasn't getting. some rest that I wasn't getting. And so, just like you, Dr. Carol, I was able to reprioritize, refocus, and just get some things done. Like I thought I was jamming, but I wasn't. And I really have been able to get some things done. So I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Yeah,
Yes.
new adventures and hobbies. Real quick.
Okay, share, please. You do have some.
So I can't expose right now, but there are some amazing projects that I want you guys to be on the lookout for. That's going to be happening over at AFC Ambassadors for Change on 78th and Ashland. We are doing some great things over there. Apostle is really kicking it up to make 79th Street the best and to really change it and turn it around. So just be on the lookout for some amazing things that are going to happen in the 17th ward.
Absolutely love it. No, thank you. We certainly want to be a part of this new movement, this new normal, right? This change, because that's what we're about. We're about, rolling out those things that will impact lives and will take us to the next level in greatness. That's exactly what we focus on. So, no, thank you for joining us. I know you are super busy with doing all that fantastic work. So thank you for this moment. And look, stay focused. Look, we got to keep this going, right?
Absolutely.
Games. Okay, Miss J, can you share with us how COVID-19 has impacted you?
COVID-19 hasn't been too bad to me. Like Dr. Collum, I work very closely with her. So learning these new skills, tackling these goals with her, new programs, learning, how to do virtual interactions with the youth, touch points with the youth. So I've really been spearheading like the communication with the youth. And that has been, interesting. A lot of them are looking for employment. So that's their main concern during this time. They don't care about school. They say it's easy. They want to work. So just learning, kind of what the youth priorities are. The greatest challenge would just be focusing through all the work that I do, just setting those like increment times to like really work through everything. But other than that, like things still get done. And we've gained so many new youth. These teen moms that we have, we're at 10 or 11 moms right now for our teen mom summer camp, which Dr. Collin will probably cover later, or me, however it goes. And new adventures. Whew. I'm an insurance producer, so I have a new adventure coming up with that, just being a call center, because a lot of people are looking for affordable insurance for their family members, because this is a scary time. So even just setting up with that, that's a new adventure. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of paperwork. You got to make sure all of the licensing and all of the, insurance is in place. So yeah, it's been a busy time. It's been definitely a growing, reflective period of time for me as well.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing, Ms. J. Yes, I think this quarantine time pulled out a lot of, well, not necessarily new, but maybe dormant gifts, right? We had to kind of figure out, how we were going to survive. And again, we're blessed in that, we've been able to stay afloat, doors open. We just have to, again, continue to shift and really think through programming. But for some people, they had to come up with a whole new hustle, right? Whole new way to feel. So that, new adventures, new hobbies. Thank you, Jay, for sharing, because I don't think people realize you dealt with insurance. So good plug. Good plug. Mr. Shika, come on, tell us how COVID-19 impacted you.
Man, I just been so busy. I work so much. I still do my 9 to 5, so I'm working from home. I just launched my production company in March, right before COVID-19. I had an accident and I found out that my license was expired, so I can't do anything about that because the state is closed. And then my plates, it was time to renew my plates. Can't do anything about that because I need to take the admission test. Closed. So in that regard, that was like some of the challenges that I faced during this time. But God is still good. I exercise now 3 times a week. I figured it out in my schedule because at the beginning of the month, I was kind of struggling with sitting at this computer for long periods of time. I started looking for things to do, and I started a new business. So I'm already a paparazzi consultant. I started a new business where I sell lashes and brow kits, and they got other accessories as well. And I'm trying to push my production company forward. So I started a new class called Discovering Your Speaking Styles. So that's coming up this month. I've already started promoting it. It starts in June. So, as part of my production company, I'm able to do a lot of things, as well as I'll be working with them on 79th Street real soon, trying to have a spot to do my radio show. So until then, I am at home doing it live. God is doing some amazing things through me and through True to Christ Productions. And so I haven't yet really talked back with Miss Maddie, but I plan on getting back with her. So all of the events that I'm doing, most of them will come from out of 79th Street at the AFC Center. So right now everything is up. I got some different ideas to make my show up and popping. So I can't wait. I'm slowly getting equipment. So I'm thanking God for this time because that stimulus check helped the sister out. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yes. No, awesome. Thank you. No, look, you probably don't see, but I got on some of the magnetic eyelashes too. Look, some of my buddies call me and literally twist my arm like, you gotta order these. So I'm checking them out even today. So it has literally that lash business and eyebrow business like totally skyrocketed because of the quarantine. So they already done got me. So no, they definitely come in handy. I see Miss Tiara.
Hey everybody, happy
Hey,
Saturday.
Miss Tiara. Miss Tamara Hills joined us as well as Miss Jory. So you guys were kind of just going around talking about how COVID-19 impacted us. And let's Miss Kiara, we want to hear from you now. Tell us who you are and how COVID-19 impacted you.
Good morning. How everybody doing? Everybody can hear me? I'm Kiara Caldwell. I help Dr. Collin with the workforce development part of StayLIT. I also have my own service program called Keys to Career Development Youth Services, which I just created this year with the help of Dr. Collin and helping me start that with a pilot program I did last year with helping some of the youth get jobs at the United Center. In October that we did a workforce training series of mock up there. That's me. The greatest challenge had to be for me to sit down. I realized that I like to go and be on the go because I have 2 businesses. I also do rehabbing, or I'm a real estate investor. So with that, I'm always looking for a new property. I'm always looking for some type of new source of income. So this COVID-19 has impacted me because I can't go look at any houses. And then with my fresh business with the workforce, it has gained me in that area because I'm also able to still look at resumes. I'm still able to, if youth have any questions about interviewing, if they are getting interviews, I'm able to have them just FaceTime me or Zoom me, and we can go over some techniques. We can go over a mock interview right there face to face because a lot of interviews are virtual now. So I've had some friends come to me and ask me, hey, Keith, can you get me ready, prepared for this virtual interview? I've never done it. What do I need to have on? Should I have, how my background should look? And we're 30, and they're in their 30s, and we're not talking about you. We're talking about my peers. So that was a game. I got to watch the Clark Sisters. That was the dopest movie I've watched in 2020. I was able to see, and I also watched the Madam C.J. Walker series or documentary. And something that it sparked my interest in that for me, that was a gain in COVID-19, is that you don't get to see a lot of women and dynamics make a change. You don't, as a person of color and a woman who's growing up, I never saw a lot of women like me make a difference. So to see it now and to see how hard they have to fight for me to be here today, it brings some sense of more drive for me. I have a bigger drive. I feel like, man, these women, they was being bullied by men. Men didn't see the vision. Men didn't understand. Ain't nothing wrong with men, hey, but watching these movies and series and being able to sit down and take in the information because there's nothing to do, it was very made me want to be more driven, maybe more ambitious, I guess, just to see those women and just different things I've been watching lately just gives me some type of motivation and ambition and drive during this time. So that's the only thing I can say has happened new.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic. I mean, I really hear the connecting link where everybody, this was a reflective time for many people. So again, of course, not making light of the trauma, not making light that we're experiencing a global pandemic right now, but it really was a time for us to step back and really kind of take this thing to heart. Where am I in my life? What am I, my purpose, right? Miss Rowe, where am I as far as my contribution to the world, and what are the external things that can help me, continue to stay focused and moving forward. So no, this is great. You gotta know I love this kind of stuff. I'm jump over there to the Smallsers house. Hello. So
Hello. How's it going,
please
everyone?
tell us a little bit about you, what you guys do that's so awesome, and how COVID-19 impacted your household.
Yeah.
You want to start?
Yeah, so I think I know everyone, or seen everyone, but it's good to see everyone again. Joe and Corey were, I guess I'll
I don't know how to make this bigger.
I currently work at Amazon, and very lucky that business, that we still have a job, that I still have a job, and she still has a job.
Yes.
I'm very lucky for that, because that's kind of was the scariest part of this, is just how many people have lost their jobs and whatnot. So, and I know Amazon's hiring a lot of people. So if these kiddos are looking for jobs, again, always lean on me or let me know, and I can put you in touch with whoever the folks and the recruiters are at Amazon. I'll be more than happy to do that, to see if they have more jobs open, because I know they opened up like 150,000 jobs or something, or 250,000, which is crazy. But yeah, again, that's nothing compared to the, I don't know, like 3.8 million that filed for unemployment last month. So, but it's something. But so challenges. Unfortunately, we had to cancel our Tokyo trip for obvious reasons. So, I mean, the biggest challenges are just traveling that we're unable to do for work and for pleasure. But some of the gains are, at least that I've experienced, is I'm talking to my family and friends even more now than I did back before COVID, which is kind of interesting. It seems like there's like a rebalancing of things, not being able to see people in person, and it increases the need to like talk to people, whether it be virtually or not. So I'm talking to my dad like every day, talking to my friends almost every day. So that's huge. That wasn't the case before. So even though I'm kind of secluded here, I'm still I'm more social than ever, which is pretty cool. Couple adventures are very early in the stages, but one of the organizations that I normally volunteer for, the Juvenile Temporary Detention Center, where we go there every Thursday and like mentor and hang out with the kids there. We obviously can't go there anymore. the other sadder thing is they can't see their family on visitations anymore. So I'm trying to work with them to set up kind of video conferencing very similar to this, because they only have like one license for Zoom or something. So they don't have a lot of kids that could have, they don't have a lot of ability to have multiple video conferences with the kids for visitations. So trying to see if we could convince Amazon to send over some licenses, because we have a similar software to this. So that's kind of the adventure, and spending more time on myself a little bit with routines and meditations and learning Japanese. And it's been good so far. Yeah.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yes, come on, Corey.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of similar things between Joe and I, sharing like some of our greatest challenges not being able to travel. But for those of you who don't know me, I work in the higher education industry. So I work with colleges and universities. And honestly, right now, I think the greatest challenge that I have with my work life is for them a very much an unknown. They don't know if they're going to show up in the fall for school. So, I mean, they're kind of panicking a little bit. So that's kind of increased my workload. I feel like I'm working now more than ever prior to COVID, but I would say gains overall would for sure be being able to have more conversations like this, especially with friends, family, making a lot more time. Joe and I are people who have very busy schedules and travel all the time, so it's really hard to slow down. So a silver lining for sure has been able to take more time to be able to prioritize, like, again, friends, family, things like this, which has been awesome. And I'm sure our cats love that we are home all the time now, because usually we are not.
No.
Yeah. And then I would say hobbies. Oh, that's hard. We've definitely exercised a lot more, and we're very like motivated people when it comes to working out, but we've done way more walks, and I would say been more active more than ever before. So a lot of positives more so, I would say, than negatives for sure. But yeah, I think for me, I'm scared of the unknown of how interactions will go with strangers moving forward after this, because like I think we're very open to seeing probably like our friends, our family close after this, but how will engagements with people just walking down the street or going into the grocery store around, again, complete strangers is, I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. And I hope it's for the better and not like, I guess, weird, you know? So
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing I have that I think I've been thinking about lately is how it's going to impact our engagement with people we don't know. Mm-hmm.
No, it's tough to even, like you say, try and imagine, because our international travel, of course, had to be canceled. We were planning to go to Ghana, but, you know, again, you know, when you talk about international travel as well as, again, interacting with strangers, you know, so if you fold on that whole, you know, international piece too, you know, it's kind of like, you know, just reservations because of the unknown. So totally get that.
Yeah, Joe and I were playing volleyball outside yesterday, and he like the ball went over our fence, and somebody went to go grab it and gave it back to us, and we were like, do we keep playing with this? I don't know.
Wipe it down with.
Yeah, we were like, do we just keep? It was really nice. Like, obviously they were being like a really kind human by giving us the ball back. In probably a normal like circumstance, we wouldn't have thought about anything.
I know.
We were like, do we keep playing? I don't know.
I know, right? And then, Joe, I'll say another organization reached out to us. They're actually writing letters to the kiddos and people in detention centers and prison. So, like you said, it may not be on the terms of technology being able to interact, but they bust out the old pen and paper, and just, you know, trying to, like you say, give some sense of hope and comfort, because, you know, the COVID-19 is in the prisons, and it's like a mass outbreak, and, you know, just taking the time to write that letter and interact on any kind of level, those guys are welcoming that, and those ladies are welcoming that. So yeah, they bust out the trusty pen and paper, and, you know, started just sending sending letters in of comfort.
Dr. Calm, can you share the organization that is?
Yes.
Awesome.
I will
You can
send,
you can chat it in this, or if you want to send it out later, that'd be awesome.
yes, I will certainly do that. They teamed up with a couple institutions and just like flooded them with letters.
Mhm.
Yep, I will certainly do that. No, thank you for even being interested.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for letting us.
We got something in the chat. Y'all know I'm trying. Okay, let me see. We got the chat. Y'all know I'm trying to figure this out. How do I get to the chat? Who's talking here? Oh, this Miss J. Miss J, send it to my phone. Please. That's easier for me. Because yeah. All right. Let's see. Who we got? Miss Jory. I don't know. I know she got us on mute. Is you able to talk to us about how COVID-19 has impacted your life and a little bit about your business?
Good morning.
Good
Hello?
morning.
Can you guys hear me? I'm on a headpiece.
We can hear you.
Okay. So COVID-19 has impacted me. I did get laid off from my job. I was a bridal consultant with David's Bridal, so a job where I'm working with strangers all day, every shift. And that's going to like small fitting rooms with them, helping them basically naked into wedding dresses. And so that alone has me thinking like what becomes of that particular job when all of this is over with, because I think that's certainly going to change the dynamic on how the business, especially in the bridal industry, is ran. And outside of being a bridal consultant, I was also a freelance makeup artist. So a lot of times I would get, bridal bookings, makeup gigs from, being at work, talking to, my bridesmaids. And so I even had to, or not have to, but, of course, with all of this going on in the stay-at-home order, bookings get canceled. And so we don't really know like where that's gonna go. So, that was another stream of income that has also, I kind of lost. The stimulus check did help. I was able to file for unemployment. So those things are a blessing as well. And of course, not being able to go anywhere, the money that I am getting has been sufficient enough to take care of financial obligations that I have. I also run my own online store where I make my own custom neck brooches, ribbon brooches. So that has been a gain. I've been able to really focus in on that and just kind of think of new ways on how to market that business and to, get sales. I did set a sales goal for myself for April, and I had met it and exceeded it. So that was a gain. It was pretty inspirational. Some of the things I've been trying to figure out during this quarantine is what else can I bring to my particular brand. Like, I'm very passionate. I really love every and anything about the fashion and beauty industry. I myself used to be a national reigning pageant queen. So I do, have just a lot of pageant sisters across the U.S. and just, I always find myself in spaces where, it is involving something within that industry. So it's just like, how can I maximize if I can't get paid with my usual, whether it's, my side hustle doing makeup or going to work as a bridal consultant, what else can I do? And so it's been forcing me to be extremely creative and just broadening my horizon on like what I can offer to my personal brand, where it also still, makes me happy and is something that I enjoy doing.
Yes. No, thank you for sharing that, Jory. If you all hear, she listed about like 5 different hustles. Did you all catch that? So again, yes, when we talk about the trauma that we've experienced, I'm telling you, this quarantine has really a lot of people. So Jory over there juggling like 5, 6 different jobs. And again, she's so creative. So no, thank you for sharing that experience, Jory. And we may need to take some classes from you. So so I don't know who else wants to kind of y'all want me to continue to people. Nakaya, come on, tell us a little bit about yourself and how the COVID-19 impacted you.
My name is Nakaya. I am 20 years old and I still attend Kennedy King College. How does the COVID-19 impacted me and my family? That's a lot. In the beginning of it, I believe in March, my mom had caught it. So that was a big heartbreak for us, but she is doing very well. She is home. She beat it.
Thank God.
So now it's just a lot. Like it's not normal for me. I'm not like school is still going well, but it's very hard. Like I didn't like this online stuff. I'm not catching it at all. I miss working. I miss going to DTLI and selling shoes. And now I went from working at DTLI and I just got a new job at Jewel.
Yes.
Yes. So I have orientation Monday for 3 hours. So we're going to see how that goes.
Good plan.
Other than that, it's not normal for me. But I will say I have been the bad child. I can't stay in this house. I've been to my cousin's house, probably go to my sister and my grandma's house today, cause nope, I can't do it. I can't do it. But other than that, I just don't like the school and staying in the house. But I get out May 7th, so I did stay strong and I did hold on. So I guess that will be my greatest challenge is having to stay in the house. Any game, I talk to my family every day at 10:30. Let me see. I guess that's about it with the staying in the house. I guess that was my game. I got a new job. New adventures and hobbies? Not really. I guess I just been watching TV and staying in this beautiful pink room of mine. That's about it.
Okay, no, thank you for sharing it. Again, I know we touched base before. If you need us to connect around those academics, just let us know. So, you know, we need that for real. When I be calling, bugging you like, what you need, what you need, what you need, you know, so here.
Oh, I do got a new game. My school had helped a lot. Like they sent out emergency funds and then they finna send out another emergency fund. So
awesome.
That's been nice.
No, that's great. So again, just keep in mind, utilize your resources around you. If there's anything that comes up, give us a call. If we are unable to support you or help you, we'd be able to point you in the direction of someone. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to struggle with that schoolwork. Let us know you need some help. Okay. I'm so glad to hear your mom is better. I know. I remember when, you know, you guys had first learned about it, so I'm so glad doing much better. And yeah, new job, that's what's up. See, again, it's just a lot of testimonies as you all can hear, just like great things happening in spite of the devastation. So great. Miss Tiara? Miss Tiara, tell us a little bit about what you do and of course, COVID-19 experience.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tiara Griffin, owner operator of the Kitty Street Lab, which is a mobile STEAM and child parent learning experience. I am also by trade an early childhood educator of almost 21 years. COVID has definitely been a different experience. Fortunately, I am still blessed to have employment. I'm teaching online, my students online. So I'm very blessed and highly favored in that aspect, to still have an income. I've done some small things around the house, little household projects I've been trying to do for like the past year since I moved into to the place I'm in now. As far as kiddistry, I've come up with some new and exciting plans for kiddistry coming up in June. I'm going to launch kiddistry live on Facebook since I can't go and conduct the classes. I actually had a class scheduled for April 4th in Chatham West Fieldhouse, which I rescheduled. I was able to reschedule it till September 5th. So hopefully that can move forward. If not, then, plan B. Other than that, I've just been staying at home, resting a lot. I don't have to, well, I still have to work, but I don't have to get up as early. So I've just been resting and, I'm still on this weight loss journey. That's that's a constant. So other than that, I'm just trying to like be renewed spiritually and mentally and physically and just keep praying that there's a cure or vaccination for this and, pray everyone stays safe and healthy and, move forward. That's it.
Yes. No, the weight loss journey is a struggle for many of us.
Yeah, it is a struggle, but it's been good. What I've learned is that I snack more since I'm home versus being at work, but I'm working on it.
So I'll blame it on the fact that I'm at home, right? But I like snacks anyway. I absolutely love popcorn. I can eat popcorn all day. Not even a meal. I love popcorn, and so I'll blame it on the fact that because I'm quarantined, I'm eating. But yeah, that's
right.
So thank you. It's just to hear again the strengths that come out of this. So Tiara, we'll probably be reaching out because now we have to put everything virtual with what we're doing, and so that's.
I know. I talked to Jade about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a huge struggle for us. So we're gonna need that insight, and thank you for just being knowledgeable in that area. I think I want to jump to Raj. What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? So, so I have a small nonprofit called Bright Community Services. We do employment services in Inglewood. And a lot of that's just kind of on a bit of a holding pattern right now, kind of planning on, what to do after things open up. But I'm also, I was hoping it was going to be sort of like a very much opening up all at once. And I just don't know if that's going to happen. So it's in a really weird state. I mean, I also work at University of Chicago. So that's become like a work at home thing because I work in an old part of the medical center and I'm non-essential. So they don't want us anywhere near there. I don't even think my ID works anymore. So I'm just kind of, working from on that stuff from my computer at home. But yeah, it's, it's a very, weird, horrible thing. And it's like, at the beginning, everybody's like, okay, well, what skill are you going to learn? What this and that and the other. And I've realized it's like, I'm not being very productive, but it's kind of a horrible situation. You're kind of grieving and it's like, that's okay. You know what I mean? I'll hopefully be productive down the line. And in the meantime, I'm trying to get stuff done. So honestly, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Look, I wanted to make sure everyone understood how we know each other, Raj. Raj and I we're usually teaming up doing the employment fair for Inglewood. When we had that huge employment fair last year, Raj was the one who facilitated upstairs with the adults, and of course we did upstairs. This year, unfortunately, we had to cancel that, right? So again, Raj and I have been talking about like, okay, so what is it gonna look like, moving forward? We kind of anticipated needing to shift gears, but we didn't realize we're gonna have to like like cancel it 100%. So we're yet still doing something. Just as you said, Raj, you know, and many of the others, there's so many employment resources out there right now because of the pandemic, and it's just a matter of connecting the people to those that are hiring right now. So we certainly want to, you know, take that into consideration. Still yet connected with people who are hiring, like Amazon with Joe over there. So let's keep it moving. Awesome. Miss Tamara decided to show us her lovely face this morning. Look, she's like, no.
Yeah, it's like bad hair day, and that's been like for 3-4 weeks now. So, and just being on the computer all day long is, you know, is a challenge itself, you know, compared to just doing it yourself, and then now having to deal with talking to people and doing more Zooms and WebEx, and I think I done been on every platform you want to name.
Go to me, right?
Girl, go to me webinar, and so it's definitely been. It wasn't a challenge because I could get through the technology, but just being able to, I do more work now with the Greater Inglewood CDC. As the small business director. So I'm kind of up at 8 or 9, and then I'm forcing myself to shut down at 6 because I'll just be stay on the call, you know, stay working. But it's been a good experience to be able to kind of interact with people, and also another alternative. Sometimes we think this is the only way we can do it, but now there's an alternative to communicating with people and reaching people. So this has been a good opportunity for our organization to actually recognize that we can reach more people and be a help for individuals. So I'm doing all small business stuff. So definitely we have been busy trying to help people through applications and trying to find money, and so it's also been a ministry point too, because we're able to encourage and just let people know, you know, that we have to push through it. We have to continue to pursue and to be encouraged, and you know, sometimes stay away from the TV and the media, because sometimes that can be discouraging. But to find other ways, you know, I heard a few people say, go outside, you know, kind of take a walk, enjoy the weather when it is nice, and if not, be at home, grab a book, maybe learn something, do something. You know, I've gotten on a couple of calls where people are cooking things, so I'm doing a lot more cooking. So when you go to my Facebook, I'm taking pictures of meals that I've created that normally it's, you know, just going out and picking up something quick. But now being at home, it's requiring that, you know, I cook a meal and, you know, and be with my mom because she lives with me. And so just that bonding and sharing and stuff has been a blessing. So, you know, I don't see it as a bad thing in that perspective. I did lose 2 family members, 2 aunts to the COVID, but we're encouraged, you know, to just to keep moving forward. And I figured out Zoom that I could be in Florida or Miami with the palm trees in the back. And so that helps too. So, and I just hope everybody that even here with StayLIT is encouraged, and that you find a way to be a blessing to somebody else, some kind of way, because we all need each other at this point. So.
Yes, that was such a moving, you know, a speech you gave us, Ms. Tamora. I mean, you know, thank you. We appreciate your words of encouragement. And yes, we do plan to continue to stand strong in the strength of the Lord and move forward, because we realize, again, none of this is in our control, right? literally, this is totally out of our control. And so we're moving along as we can. We're managing as best we can. Michelle, I want you to chime in and talk with us. And then I know Simone and Jamal are the least two vocal group. I don't know. Do y'all feel up to talking? But Michelle, can you kind of, let us know what you do and your COVID-19 experience?
Hey guys, for all of you all who don't know me, I'm Michelle. I basically, I audit. I'm a cleaning auditor for CPS. So this has it has impacted me tremendously since nobody is in the CPS schools. But I did have some advantages to this. I've gotten a lot of time for myself as far as mentally, physically. I've been able to work out. I've been able to pursue a lot of some of the goals that I've been trying to meet while working. I'm in the process of studying real estate, so I've got more time to actually study real estate. I think the hardest part about this is trying to get my daughter to understand what exactly is going on. She's only 4. So she don't really understand why she can't be with her friends, why she's not back in school. And that's kind of hard for me to cope with, because it's hard for me to explain to a 4-year-old why you can't be around other people. But also I think the greatest gift I've gotten is to have more time with her, and we're able to learn each other a little more. And what else I've done? I love helping people and probably giving more advice to people. So I've been able to cope with my friends and talk to them a little more during this impact. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, sounds like, again, growing and being stretched, these new hustles and hobbies coming out. And I can only imagine trying to explain that I call her little mama. I came in the office yesterday and the picture she gave me is still posted in my office. I was actually thinking about her yesterday. So I can only imagine the conversation having with her, trying to explain why she can't see her friends. That it's tough. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing, Michelle. And then again, Simone and Jamal, you all feel like chiming in, telling us about your COVID-19 experience?
Hi, sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Simone, guys. Well, for me, how has it impacted me? It has impacted me. I work at Tony Park Convention Center. I was a bartender and a banquet server. So literally, my last day of work was March 12th. The last day I went into work is the day we got the emails and the calls telling us not to come back in because of the COVID. So I am grateful because I have lacked nothing during this pandemic. I have gotten the stimulus, I've gotten unemployment. Every resource that everyone has given me information about or my job has really helped me and my family. So everything that I get, I try to refer to other people that I know that's going through a lot and don't really have the resources that I had. It has brought me closer to my family. I will say that anybody know me, I'm a busybody. I work. Anything I can try to do or help somebody with, I'll do it. I'll busy myself doing anything besides sitting down. So my greatest challenge is it has brought me closer to my family. Virtually, I've talked to literally everyone I haven't talked to in years. Ones that we have talked with, we have, run those together and we found a middle ground for that. It has brought me closer to God, honestly. It helps me, this COVID has helped me sit down and talk to God and bring my relationship closer to him because I'm too busy. It actually, one of my gains is actually to be able to just get up and say, God, I thank you. Instead of getting up and saying, oh God, I gotta, I missed this and I forgot to grab this for work and I forgot to do this. I'm actually able to just sit down and say, God, I thank you, and actually able to read the scripture and, live life. I'm just
my life is always on the go. So one of my greatest things was to like sit down and just be still. That was the hardest part for me, to just to be still. Like I was calling my mom, like, let's go to the store. Call my sister, like, what you need? They like, no, sit down. When my little sister got impacted with it. She had it. She got through it. She quarantined herself. God bring her out of it. She told her testimony on Facebook. God healed her. So I know that God is still in the healing business, and He's still here. So through all of this, it has just opened my eyes that my God is still great. He's still a healer, and this was just a time for us to sit down, get ourselves together. Any small business owners, this was for us to just focus on ourselves. There's a lot of businesses that I was supposed to start that I haven't, that literally helped me. This time has literally helped me sit down, put some stuff together, pray, and ask God, like, is this the right way? Is this the name? Like, it's just not me doing it no more. It's all God in this one. So as much as I don't like it, because I don't like sitting still, I give God all praise and all glory, because it helped me a lot. So yes, that's what I've been going through during this quarantine.
Wow, no, this is awesome. I'm so glad for this reflection, because you seem to be a lot more vocal today. I absolutely love it.
I know. No, thank God, right? Quarantine.
Right, blame it on the quarantine. Yes, I love it. I love it. No, I'm just so glad that you're able to kind of sit and focus. I know we kind of talked some time ago about journaling, and we used to do all of that. So sounds like you might have steered back in that direction. So I'm proud to hear you say that. Thank you for yeah, and giving us that experience on your COVID-19 life. And Mr. Jamal.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I know you want to talk about your experience.
So, mine is similar to Simone's. I am a guest services rep and partly a box office attendant for United Center. And then I also work at Guaranteed Rate Field, which is a White Sox stadium. So, my last day was March 11th. So, they suspended basketball, they suspended hockey, they have not started baseball. Um, the company has all teams, major teams, has paid their event day staff until the last day of the season for each basketball and hockey. Baseball has given out grants, and everything else is like either the stimulus check, unemployment, or something like that. Unfortunately eventually for me, I still have another source of income. I am a home care aide. I take care of my brother. That's kind of helping me a little bit. Being with a senior citizen during the coronavirus is kind of hectic. They watch the news 24/7. They get scared about going outside. They don't want you going nowhere, but they still want you to go to the store and get them things. But they want you to wear a mask. They want you to wear gloves. They want you to do all this protection, which I get. But it's when you watch the news, it kind of scares you a little bit. But it's what they shows and what they're telling you and what you. It's all about what do you believe? What does your faith let you believe? For me, I don't like sitting down. I don't remember the last time I sat down and did nothing. So this is kind of like hard for me. I've been literally sitting down doing nothing for the last like 7 weeks. So it's kind of hard. I never had to do this, and I'm ready to go back to work.
Yeah. No, thank you all so much for sharing. I took a little bit more time than usual, but I think this is it could be very therapeutic to kind of talk through this with family and friends, because I miss you all so much. I was just like, it really it makes you appreciate family, friends. It really increases that value of togetherness. This whole social thing like stinks, right? So, I mean, to appreciate a hug, just because y'all know I'm a hugger. It's like, when was the last time, you hugged somebody and got a hug? And it's just like, wow, this stinks. So I know this was a little bit, time consuming in that regard. but it was helpful for me because although we're not doing real hugs, that was a little comforting, like, you know, like a hug would be if I had saw you guys. So thank you for tolerating us with that. And I will talk about, you know, let's see, where we at? So there were a few cancellations, of course, that we had with COVID-19. And those cancellations, we had a UIC college tour scheduled. We had, let's see here, let me pull this up a little bit. We had the Earth, Wind, and Fire Youth Empowerment Conference. We had that scheduled as well. We had to cancel that. And again, that empowerment conference was to highlight youth entrepreneurs. That was the whole idea, give them a platform to showcase their businesses. You all will be surprised about the number of young entrepreneurs that are like out here doing some amazing things. And so we wanted to give them that opportunity to just tell people about what they do. But we had to cancel that. Again, trying to determine when would be the next time we could still give them that platform. And as we talked about the Youth Summer Job Fair in partnership with Raj and the Inglewood Quality of Life Jobs and Economic Task Force, that was canceled as well. Still, of course, wanting to team up with those employer services and get some people some jobs. Just need when we can roll that out. And then we are not going to Accra, Ghana this year. We were going to go down and do a youth empowerment summit actually in Ghana. Again, international travel on a hold. We don't know when we can actually, you know, look at that again, because as you know, it takes a long time to even plan an international trip. So we're just waiting to see when we'd be able to move, you know, move forward. So given all of the changes, we completed a community action plan, and we had, for the most part, identified 4 greatest needs. Education, economics, safety, and mental health were the needs we talked through in this platform like we do now in our community meetings. So now the question is, are these still the 4 greatest needs now that we've been impacted by COVID-19, right? Will this in fact change? Before, when we mentioned education, we were talking about, you know, things that young people learn regarding like adulting, just those typical adulting things that the traditional education does not really focus on, like the life skills, right? Decision making, goal setting, apartment hunting, you know, things like financial literacy, budgeting, just opening a bank account, those kind of things we talked about as being a huge need. And so the question is that still, you know, one of the greatest needs? Economics, we know, jobs, and more jobs, preparation for jobs. That still, of course, is a need, but where does it fit? Public safety. Now that we're quarantined in the house, you know, public safety, a huge factor now, although we are seeing there's some, you know, some things that are happening in the communities. As a matter of fact, even Jade, you know, her family experienced some homicides and some things like that this past weekend. So, you know, there's violent tendencies are still happening, but again, where does it fit when we talk about the greatest needs, and how can we, of course, roll out programming around that virtually, right? Mental health. Oh my goodness, that may be number 1 right now, right? Because our young people, just as Michelle said, are really having a hard time understanding why we're quarantined in, why, you know, why we have to go about it like this. You know, they're really being traumatized by the fact that they cannot go to school, and now they got to do everything virtual and online versus face to face. So we're really, you know, taking a step back and looking at, you know, the whole mental health piece And how can we be sensitive to that, realizing that was a greatest need before, and I believe it may be like really, really heightened now. So, so our organizational adjustments, right? It really made us think about we're really prepared for this global pandemic, and are we, really prepared given any natural disaster, unforeseen circumstance? Where were we at when all of this jumped off? Excuse me. So when we talk about the stay-at-home executive order, I had never even heard of it. You know what I had never heard of a stay-at-home executive order before this. So it really, again, had us really make some adjustments as an organization. Social distancing, really? The government can, demand or strongly suggest us, fold in social distancing and live and operate our businesses. Working remotely, that's something we had to chime in and do. And again, a huge adjustment for most of us, because work, is work and home is home. So, and I still kind of struggle a little bit, because home is a sanctuary, right? Home is the place where you kind of, relax and unwind, and, to bring work there is a bit challenging, but, we had to kind of figure that out. And then we have these e-learning standards now. So with these e-learning standards, we really have to consider our programming, and that it has to be on a certain standard now, versus just a typical check-in or things. If we're doing social emotional learning, or if we're doing things where it's to increase skill set, there are certain standards that need to be met. And again, this whole virtual thing, right? I had to learn how to operate Zoom, and I'm still not the best at it. But all of these platforms, if we're going to use them for programming, we need to make sure that we're skilled at that. And even that, this direct service that will be virtual now, right? This programming that will be virtual, it still has to appeal to the target group. We service youth between 11 and 24. Would Zoom really be the platform for all of those kiddos? So it really, again, is stretching us as an organization. We have to understand their language, use these up-to-date methods to still engage them, given, we're using these virtual platforms. We have to understand the demographics of the group. Use symbols, visuals, free words, logos, graphics. And someone like Tiara, this may be easy because she does this every day. But for us, it was an adjustment as an organization. And then, what are we doing as a response effort, right? Our COVID-19 response efforts are not as broad per se, because we've really been focusing on our administrative roles, putting things in place. We really have slowed down and make sure the foundation is really solid. But what we've been doing are these well-being checks and calls. And we've done that like rounds, I believe, right, Jade? I think it's been 4 rounds, right?
Yeah, we're at the 4th round now.
Okay, so you can talk about those engagement activities, Jade.
Okay, so for the engagement activities, what we've done and came up with, we have the youth committee team, which consists of 4 lovely, helpful volunteer youth ambassadors, Michelle Ellis, Joy Reed, Danielle Sanders, and I'm forgetting one, Zana Dixon. So they've been assisting us in making phone calls to the youth. We've sent out employment resources to them. We made sure that they all knew about One Summer Chicago. And we're also, Danielle and Michelle have been creating a virtual game for our virtual game day, which is on May 8th at 6:30 on our Transformational Leadership Facebook page. We are also we also have some teen moms. As you guys know, we're having a teen mom summer support camp come up in June, starting June 22nd. On the last day for the young moms to register for that is on May 22nd. And we're looking forward to helping them out. So in this interim of them registering and us getting ready to meet them, we've already had some of them reach out for therapy referrals. So we've been sending them referrals for what they need, and we also have a mass package and distribution coming up with Alderman Moore of the 17th Ward, and we also have Miss Danielle helping us with that as well, to kind of spearhead that. So we have over 1,000 masks at the moment. It may be increasing, but to cover all of the 17th Ward, to give the families a mask, since the mandated order has come up that starting yesterday, we all have to go out and have a mask on. So we're definitely looking forward to helping families who may not be able to afford one, or know where to even find a mask at. So, and they hiking up all the prices. We're not even gonna talk about that, but those are all of our engagement strategies for the youth activities and even our community members.
So I just put the flyer up. Are you all able to see that virtual trivia game flyer?
Not yet.
You
Go
can't see
to
that?
share screen again and pick the.
Let me, yeah, I think I have to, let me see. And then I have to share again. Okay, so here's one right here. Let's talk about that.
So the Teen Mom Summer Support Camp, we are having 5 moms come on and talk about what they know about all of the topics that we're going to cover this summer. So we're talking about 6 topics for the 6 weeks that we'll be spending with these young moms to really help them. So I'm looking forward to this. They're all super excited to come share their stories about being a teen mom, as well as telling us what they look forward to learning with us this summer. So we're really excited about that. That's going to be on Monday, May 11th at 6 p.m. And that's again on StayLIT's Facebook page, Transformational Leadership.
Okay, and let's see, because they're making me do.
I got a question.
Yes.
So with the Teen Mom Summer Camp, I ain't no mom, nor am I pregnant. Can I still join? Like, can I still jump on Zoom and listen to what they got to say?
We can. We did actually have a discussion about that, Nakaya, because we know that sometimes you just want to know what adulting is like, real life is like, and you can definitely join in. You're a youth ambassador. But you may need to teach somebody in our place one day. So of course.
All right, I am. Can y'all tell I'm struggling? I can't even find the where you all at? Let's see. Okay. So if I do that, would that help?
Trying to share your screen?
I'm trying to get to the.
Which one are you trying to pull up?
I'm trying to get to the task bar to even show you all.
Is it the virtual game?
Not a flyer, Mom. I'm trying to get to the task bar to see you all.
Okay.
So let me try this. Uh-oh.
In the upper right, there might be the speaker view or gallery view. Is that what you want to switch?
That whole view is not even on here anymore.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Press the Zoom icon.
Yeah, nothing's opening when I press that.
You still have your flyer in the share?
No, none of that is. Maybe this is it. No, that's not it. Here, return to meeting. Goodness, you guys. I don't know where I was. I think I had went into one of them breakout rooms or something. I'm telling you, I was just like, what is this I'm looking at? This is hilarious. So what I was attempting to do was pull up the other flyers and show you guys, but we do have the, let's see, we do have the, no, we won't do that. We do have the broadcast coming up on the 11th. We have the virtual game on the 8th on the Facebook page. And like we mentioned, we have the camp starting on June 22nd. So a lot of planning and everything we need to focus on to get that in a preparation to be either 100% virtual, either a combination of face-to-face and virtual, or like by appointment only, because again, we're unaware of how these stipulations would be by June. So we are planning curriculum on 3 different levels, and really 4 different levels. Again, 100% face-to-face, by appointment only, rotating the ladies in, blended face-to-face, some virtual, or 100% virtual. So that's like literally 4 different sets of curriculum. Go ahead, Kiera.
For the teen moms, are you guys still wanting clothes or anything that they could use during this time as well? I know people were saying like accepting things is kind of, but I know I had my sister had a baby, so we have so much stuff from bouncers to play toy, interactive toys, to clothes, to, so I didn't know if you still wanted those things.
We are accepting any and all donations because the 6 weeks will lead up to a community baby shower. So this community baby shower, because some people don't mind taking, people are totally open to that. And so it would be kind of optional. So I guess the point is there'll be some things that may have been used or lightly, gently used. But of course, those people that are giving donations of brand new things will have that available as well. The fact of the matter is we're gonna have a huge community baby shower where the moms will be able to kind of, choose those things that will be beneficial to them. So when we do our orientation, that's when we're gonna kind of get the information about the size of the baby, kind of like the needs, things like that, where we can, of course, donations and purchases specific to the need, right? Because we had just like the random, and it can't be used. So we really want it to be something where the moms could really benefit. But we're super excited about that. And right now, as Jade said, our cap was 20. We're going to deal with 20 young moms. And right now we have 8. And so again, that 8
went up.
How many we got?
We got 11 registrations.
Well, look at that. Okay. So we have 11 registrations. And so again, I'm kind of okay with that number, given the social thing, issue that we have right now, because we can kind of spread, 11 young ladies out, and you all been to the office, and, we can kind of do that a little bit and be in compliance with that. And if the numbers go up, then we're gonna have to figure out how to rotate the groups if we do the face-to-face or have another site, where it'll be comfortable for a small group to come together. Either way, we're moving forward with this camp. We think it's gonna be super beneficial. Parenting, we're going over financial literacy, over self-care, we're going over resume writing, interview skills. you know, we're literally preparing these moms to just help them be more confident in life, signing up for any and every support that there is that we, you know, that we can think of, and bringing agency representatives in the building to help coach them and walk them through applications. So these, you know, we talking Section 8 applications, we talking WIC, we talking medical, we talking, these moms are gonna have every bit of support possible, you know, if they haven't already signed up. Just wanna love on them. We just want to, again, support them, let them know they have a circle of support, and connect them with those agencies that really cater to teen moms. So this was something that we thought to do specifically for this summer. And again, we're excited about it, but we got to figure out how to make it virtual. You know what I mean? That's the challenge right there. We had it mapped out for coming in the office, but now we kind of got to, you know, plan for other things.
So many hands-on activities and arts and craft projects to help them become organized and be creative as a parent. Yeah.
Look, we've got somebody coming in to teach them how to coupon, y'all. We found a coupon king. You know what? That's the kind of cool stuff we, you know, we kind of thought of. They gonna leave here knowing how to master couponing. I need to sit in that class.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Yeah, let me know the day.
Right. So those were the little intricacies. Apartment hunting, we're gonna show them like the key websites on where to go into to search for apartment. Car hunting, we're gonna give them like, you know, here's what you consider when buying a car, and you know, those kinds of things. Again, the traditional course, you know, that's not in the curriculum for the traditional school. So we kind of want to hit those topics that would be all about adulting, right? They're gonna end up having a bank account when they leave us. We got the bank representatives coming in to sign them up for I couldn't tell you how many young adults I'm going to the currency exchange to help them sign, you know, cash checks. No, you know, so these are the things we're coaching them through and guiding them through. And again, with your help, we could appreciate trying to make it virtual some kind of way. So, so we're excited about that. And that's really that, you know, that we wanted to share. We wanted to let you know what we had coming up and let you know how you've been extremely supportive, you know, with us getting to this point. So we are forward. We are managing the best we can. So we will certainly let you know how the camp is going. You guys, of course, will get the email blast about the kickoff. We're going to have a kickoff on June 15th. That's like the orientation. We were going to have a huge block club party over here. Y'all been to the office. We was going to block off the block and just like barbecue and have bouncy houses and face paint. We was going to do all of that. So how do we have a kickoff orientation virtual? So we still talking through that, right? Because that like, oh. Hey, how do we do that virtually and still have the excitement and everything behind it? So still some things that we yet need to tweak. We're moving forward with it. And we're looking forward to blessing some young moms lives. So if you know of anybody who you think could benefit, even Nakaya, you know, friends or whatever, but
my mama got a whole bunch of reborn dolls, so she can happily give some of them clothes away.
Listen, we will gladly take it all because we know, you know, someone would appreciate it. Someone would certainly appreciate it. And we just want to be, you know, just that bridge to help somebody get over the hump. Okay, any other questions? Again, I miss y'all. Thank y'all. Any other input? Anybody else want to like be a part of the planning regarding that? Miss Jade is kind of spearheading the camp, but you know, if it's something specific, you know, as far as an idea, you know, anything you wanted to, you know, let us know to consider, you know, Ms. Day will certainly reach out and you guys can talk through that. Definitely, Miss Tierra, you know, because again, this whole virtual thing is a mystery for us. So we certainly are going to reach out to you about, you know, suggestions. Somebody blessed us. We supposed to get, and look, y'all keep praying. We're supposed to get 20 Chromebooks. We're still, you know, it hasn't been 100% finalized, but I'm just sharing. I know that's going to be a huge help. If we're 100% virtual, we'll be able to distribute those Chromebooks to the teen moms. But we got to download all of the documents. We got to digitize all of the paperwork to put on there before we take them to the mom. So, you know, and so that's a whole nother like project, right? Because we got orientation paperwork. We got even though they're teen moms, we got permission slips for them to participate. You know, so it's just, I was like, oh my goodness. So we're of course moving along. We're up for the challenge. But my hope is that it really comes through that we get the Chromebook so that we can distribute that and fold that into the documentation and handouts and paperwork that we're going to be reviewing and completing over the course of the 6 weeks.
Dr. Carol and Jade, let me know if you need any help, like with the Chromebooks or setting up the virtual like webcams and TVs and Zoom meetings and all that stuff, because I do that day in and day out. So I'll be more than happy to help talk about how and what the best way to do that would be.
Yeah, look, I should have reached out so I could figure out how to do the share screen today. I thought I had it done, but it got a little too fancy. I think I ended up in one of the meeting rooms or something. But right, but definitely something that I can sharpen my own personal skills. And then the Chromebook isn't like Google Hangouts is on there. It's like other platforms on the Chromebooks as well that can be utilized. Google Meets, just, you know, so I'm learning as we're going. So this is great. Thank you, Joe. Yes, will definitely be. Anybody else? Any last final words?
Well, I did want to just say, if you guys have any ideas or anything that you want to contribute to anything that we have going on, even as Dr. Collum talked through identifying the new needs, if anything comes to you guys about the needs of the community, please, you know, reach out to us. And I want Dr. Collum to say it, but I'm not there to whisper in the ear to say we are truly better together. Can you say that?
You just said it. We are truly better together.
Yes. Absolutely.
And Miss Rowe, again, if you have something on within those 6 weeks of our camp, we'd love to take like a field trip over there. You know, sometimes, you know, because I know you do like shows, theater, skits, things like that. We'd love to introduce them to that. I don't know what that looks like, you know, if we're quarantined, but I mean, even if we could, I mean, one person go and we like video it where everybody can see it or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it's big enough for everybody to come.
Right, and we just have to space out, right?
Okay,
and,
I'll work that out.
But definitely keep us posted with your calendar and you know, things. And
yeah, that mask thing, that's really huge, because even if you try to go to Amazon, you can't even order them. Like, I've had masks every day. They say it'll be here by tonight, and I haven't received them in 2 weeks. So that's really great that you guys are giving out masks to the community, because they're, even if they can afford them, they're still hard to get.
No, I think you all saw in the news where Dr. Willie Wilson, he contributed masks to all of the 50 city councilmen. And so Alderman David Moore for the 17th Ward called off like a super huge case of masks, and we bagged them up. I think we only got 2,000, and so we ended up packaging them by twos, putting it in a bag, and then and we're almost finished with all of the packaging of them, and then we're going to hit the street and put them in the people's mailboxes within the 7th Ward. So if you guys want to be a part of the distribution, because of course we're going to be like literally out walking the streets, putting the masks in the mailboxes, no contact. So it's non-contact. You just, sliding them in the mailboxes. So that helps as far as the liability and exposing us to, to anything. So it's not have to like get people to sign or nothing of the sort. Just putting it in the mailboxes and hitting the blocks.
Okay.
So that definitely could be something you all, could contribute to help in that cause, given they're hard to come by, and the alderman is distributing them, given what he's received for that PPE, mask equipment. So yeah, we're gonna help out and do our part in the 17th Ward.
Okay, if you don't mind me adding, especially Inglewood, 17 Ward, etc. I'm actually working on a team with LaTanya and the youth of Inglewood. So I'm part of that group that's giving out the COVID-19 activity bags. So if you guys will go on LaTanya and the youth of Inglewood, or either on Purpose Revealed site to click on the form if you know children that still want activity bags. The ages are K through 8, so like up to 14 years old. Those activity bags are fun, packed, and the children are so happy when they receive them because it gives them something extra, something new, or something fun to do. So they've been really good for the kids.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up, because usually, as you know, Ms. Roll, our activities and events kind of tailor to that older age group.
Yep.
So yes, LaTanya and the youth of Inglewood, they are community resource partners. And again, they deal with the younger age. And we kind of catch on right when she cut off. It's a little bit of overlap, but we start right when she cuts off, and we carry on. Age 24. So she's definitely an organization to connect with, because now we have all of the age groups covered when we come together. And you know what, Miss? Here's why that's fantastic. We just received, well, it's in the mail, it hasn't been solidified yet, 450 pairs of eyeglasses. I don't know what we're gonna do with 450 pairs of eyeglasses. But the organization reached out and asked if we would receive a donation and help distribute kids who are lacking. So again, I'm thinking of that stretch. The younger ones and the older ones, and make sure they have these readers. So it's, what is it? 1, 2, 3, and 4. The powers. Plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. The readers.
Yep.
450.
Okay.
Yeah. Dr. Carol.
You'll be surprised, what kind of use they would be.
Yeah, so we'll be planning that as well. And I'm gonna come to you, Tiara. Miss Nakaya, you was trying to chime in when Miss Rowe was talking.
Yes, so I have something on my heart, and it's very bad. So my brother goes to Chicago State University, and his roommate, this is what I've been told, and this is what I know, he's adopted, and his parents left him there. He has nowhere to go, and he has no food, no money, no nothing. And they told all college students they had to leave. He's stuck there with nowhere to go.
I'm going to call you when we hang up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you when we hang up, because I have options.
Okay.
I would like to hear about those as well, because I know a student that's going through that.
Okay, so yeah, we can definitely talk, because there's one place in mind that I know of now.
But he is 18.
Okay. Okay. But he's a college student.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk through, let's chat when we hang up. And same, Miss Rowe, we can talk through those options that I am familiar with, and we'll see. We'll see
Okay.
I will throw out that if anyone is looking to the point where they're looking sort of for, I mean, obviously if they're already in a house, that's kind of different, but if they're truly looking for homelessness services, basically call 311, ask to connect with Department of Family and Support Services. And the city basically has shuttles that can pick people up and take them to a shelter or so forth. The people you're working with might not be at that point, but if they are, that can be a good one. I mean, obviously at this point, you wouldn't want to hang out in a hospital emergency room, but people can always go to a hospital emergency room, I think, as well, and have them call the city as well, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Raj. That was one of the options. 311 has been pretty good with picking people up and taking them somewhere. They actually have been. So that was one of the options. But what the Primo Center, is that, do you know, Raj, if that's specific to females? I know.
Yeah, Primo Center, which is in Inglewood, just a little north of the Whole Foods. I believe that serves women and families, and that would probably be a place you'd want to call before, because they might be like kind of full, you know what I mean? But there's other, but yeah.
Yeah,
I believe they're women and families at this point. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to be sure. I know it's families, but I think it's women and families. And the other one, St. Matthew's House has been my go-to. St. Matthew's House for the guys. So again, the gender, the age, unfortunately, all of that matters for some of these shelters. But we'll definitely talk to see what we could do. Nope, thank you for bringing that up. So again, the PPE, masks, certainly you guys, we want you to jump in and help with the distribution of that. And when we get 450 glasses, we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna get them to the kiddos. We realize it'll be a campaign to like hit the schools, and things. Just organizing that whole thing, sitting down and having a plan together to make sure they get in the hands of the kids that really need it.
And there are some really nice glasses.
And they got some really nice glasses. They actually are pretty cute. Yes.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I thank you. I really appreciate you all. It was so good to see your faces. I know some others had to jump off. It's right at 10:39, which is our wrap-up time typically.
I got one more thing to say. If you have received an email to register for StayLIT, we really would appreciate if you can go ahead and fill out those registration forms so we can have you guys in our database.
I totally forgot about that. Thank you. We've been, like I say, like really clean up administrative tasks, and we realize some of you all who partner with us, we don't even have you in our database. Yeah. Joe was one. I'm like, Joe's been around for like decades. How come he's not? What? I was like, what? So it does kind of, streamline our processes and things like that. And Ms. Rowe, I don't think I know you didn't get a registration form for my. I don't think you.
Okay.
I don't think you completed one. I know we have your contact information, but like the database, the registration form allows us to get partnering with you all when we do stuff in the community. So it's a difference, right? We want to in the database as a community resource partner. And so Raj hasn't either. All of the stuff we've done like for umpteen years. I don't think Raj is in the database.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Carroll, can you have Ms. Rowe repeat the website for the kids activity bags?
Yes, I'm sorry, Miss Tierra.
You could either, there's two you could go to the Facebook page of LaTanya and the youth of Inglewood, or you could go to Purpose Revealed, which is my organization, either one, and you should be able to find a link for the form for the parent to fill out.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how many kids are in the household. We're giving out over 1,000 bags.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes. I appreciate you sharing
And
that.
when you, I'm sorry, when you go to Purpose Revealed, it's Purpose Revealed NFP.
Okay.
Yeah.
And thank you for bringing that up, because again, that helped me to remember the reach. You know, we're covering all ages of kids in the Inglewood Auburn Gresham community, and so certainly with the gift bags, well, it's not gift bags. What are you all calling them?
Activity bags.
Activity bags, as well as the glasses. We want to make sure we're covering all age groups of the kiddos. So wonderful. No, thank you.
Okay.
Anybody else have announcements? And I do see your emails, Joe, and I see I saw that in the chat as well as the text. So thank you, Joe. We'll certainly be in touch. All right. Well, okay, you guys, please stay safe. Please stay healthy. Again, we'll certainly be in touch. These wonderful projects we have coming up, because we want the babies to be blessed. All right. Well, all right. Enjoy your day.
You too.
Hey, take
Bye,
care.
everybody. Stay
Everyone.
safe.
Everyone.
Everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hey.
See y'all later.